Jimmy, it is great to see you again for our third interview. Now, I remember during the last one, you did have some bad news. You almost blew up your trading account. Uh, What was it? You had about 130,000 left. Is that correct?
It was a $201,000 loss, and I had like 170 some thousand
Okay.
left.
So remember a bit wrong, but yeah, quite a big
April to
loss at the
March.
time. You were going through a lot as well. You were saying how it was impacting you in a way, and then you started implementing systems. You said it will be better for next interview, and we also said you were working as a Uber driver, just get your mind off of things and from staring at a screen all day. So all of that was happening back then, and this is how many months later now? Let me check. Um, do you remember when we done our last one?
Like
June
about
27th
six
was when I
months.
uploaded it.
Yeah.
So let's say end of June.
The
July,
first one
August,
was,
September. So just over 3 months. Okay. How
yeah.
has everything been for you in those 3 months since?
It it's good. It's stabilized. Everything kind of fell through its place. I'm happy with the outcome of the real world where everybody kind of put themselves together in different groups, and now there's clans. The real world itself has updated. Everything is going according to the plan. Pretty excited to see the end of the year, and so far so good.
Okay. Since you mentioned clans, let's follow up with that. What actually are clans? I don't know much about them. I just know it's a feature, but I haven't done one. I don't think I've been invited to one. Again, no idea what it actually is.
So clans are basically just a group of people that you spend your coins, right? There's a currency system inside the real world, and you spend your coins into grouping together and creating a different group. And you just, you're chit-chatting through your group. It's more close and personal than all the channels. It's easy to reach people. It's just it's a more close
Okay. Interesting.
environment basically.
And
And
just
it's cool because then you can find you can talk to people who really quickly, and if there's something happening, especially in the stock market, there's the setup. You can see the analysis right away and then be happy with that.
Mhm. I want to clarify
Sorry, my
for.
dog is
Okay.
freaking out.
I want to clarify for the viewer. When you say coins, you don't mean something that you buy and then you get in the real world, you get coins. This is for activity. You're looking at coins
Correct.
for
Yes.
chatting,
When you get
posting
it.
wins. Yeah, it's not something that you buy. So again, just
Well, it's linked to our trading journey, right? So, or our hero journey rather. If you once you post stuff, you get coins, and then the captain can reward you with more coins, from 1 coin, 3 coins, 5 coins. And the more you're active, the more you send stuff out there, the more people reward you, and then you can easily um, unlock a bunch of perks. You can unlock your emojis. You can unlock your voice memos, which is really cool. The voice memo you can. I mean, who has time to type anymore? When you have a long list of things to do, you don't want to type. You just speak on your phone, send that, and everything is quick.
Mhm. Okay, cool. Now trading, since that's quite a big part of everything, how has trading been for you in those 3 months?
It's very calm and precise now. Like I'm gonna do some scalping, but I'm also sending month-long trade because it relieves me from a lot of anxiety. Like sometimes if I place a trade, I look at it, I'm I might be taking profit at like a certain level, and just because I it gives me a little of anxiety, the anxiety is still there because I'm still so new to this game that I have to find a way to control that. And so small scalp and just long swings. Prepare myself for a whole month, know where the market's going in the month, and just go for it. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work, and I'm just wrong.
Interesting. In terms of scalping, do you have much experience with that, or were you mainly a short-term trader throughout since beginning?
Since the beginning, I was just scalping. I was doing small plays, but at a proper level. Like I would prepare in advance, and then I would just go with a big position, and then get the scalp in, and then just make the money right away. And now I'm like, it doesn't excite me anymore. Scalping every single trading day doesn't really spike my head. Like, it's not really it's more like a game at this point. And then swings, I've always had problem holding a trade for a very long period of time. So now that's my way of leveling up, basically.
Okay. I guess I used the wrong terminology there. I didn't mean with swing trading. Are you fairly new to it then, or is it something you've been practicing from when you began trading?
That's definitely new.
Okay, new thing. Got it.
Yeah.
What kind of resources are you using to learn swing trading?
Right now, books, a lot of books. The Market Wizard, that's one of my favorite books. I keep reading it over and over. I mean, the real world itself, most people in the real world, they're gonna be swing traders. A few will scalp, but then once you have like both sides, you can learn from them, and you can bring, like, let's say some of them are expecting 3 days that are bullish, and then the other one expects like a 2 weeks of bearish movement. Then you can prepare yourself and send your swing at the proper time, let it run for a little bit, and then in between that swing, and let's say you you're adjusting, doing scalp through your swing to make up for the few few loss that might
Mhm.
occur during the time frame.
All right. And since you mentioned both sides, I'd like to know a bit more. I'm sure since you've done well with trading, you're in the how would I say highest tier chats within the trading community in the real world. What's it like discussing trading or just stocks in general with those people that are on a similar level within the real world?
Man, it feels like I'm on a Wall Street floor. I'm serious. It feels like every every single message these guys are sending, it's really good information. It's something that will help you absolutely, like, regardless. And you don't have to look for them. It I even turned my notification on. Like, for example, yesterday I come back from work, and I park my car. I literally, as I'm parking, I get a notification from somebody. It's like, hey, I'm going long here. I'm going long for overnight trading. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. So I pull up my phone, pull up my chart. I see there's a doji setup, and the market just corrected itself. I enter along. As I'm walking back upstairs, take my shoes off. Like, my TP already hit. And I was like, whoa, I didn't have to do anything. All I did is have a notification, look at my chart, realize there is a setup, enter. I didn't have to think. I didn't have to just even pre-analysis, post-analysis. I didn't have to do anything. All I had to do is just enter, check the setup, and make money. Like, that to me is insane. Like, this is the network itself is your net worth. Whatever you put in, it comes out tenfold.
Or
If you're brand new, you don't really you don't really know people. Just find the top dogs, align yourself with them, and then just learn and learn and learn and learn. And that's what I did. And it like, within a year, not even, it's been a little over 400 and what, 60 days or something. Like, that's all I had to do. You just surround yourself with good traders, good people, good skilled people from the campus you pick.
mhm,
You're gonna win.
or okay, and some more then on how that affects you emotionally, being surrounded by people like that who are, I'm guessing, quite strong-willed in a way, and they know what they're doing. So I'm sure it inspires you to be in a similar way. Since you said you're calm now, explain a bit more on what systems you've implemented and anything along those lines.
Honestly, like you get excited, right? At the beginning, especially with trading. Once you play something, you start making money, you get excited. You're, oh, am I being lucky, or is that based off your analysis? Is that based off um, your thought process? It's crazy how it comes down to being your like controlling your emotions, controlling your environment. If you come home to a crazy home, I mean, even when my dog is like freaking out, in my head is like, just stay calm. There's gonna be another problem, and then another problem, and another problem. Just keep focused, stay on the task at hand, and being calm was one of the thing I had to work for. I had to like really, really push myself to realize that I had to be calm.
That was a very interesting demonstration in the moment of what you're talking about. Because again, you had a dog barking in your background, and then a phone that rang beside you, and you just continue speaking like there's nothing there. So
It,
clearly,
it
well
the
trained.
world is
Yeah.
a simulation. Like you're looking around and just okay, cool. Give me a problem. Give me something that happens. There's always going to be mayhem. You just got to walk through it and just be happy you have your leg to run.
Wow. See, I'll give you my perspective on something, and then tell you how it just changed off that. I had gotten decent amount of money from crypto, but I didn't like that
Hmm.
because it was just a long-term investment that ended up going up a load over time. So I didn't learn any skills really from it. And that's from there I decided I don't want to do any kind of crypto investing for a while now because I don't like just getting free money for no reason without having to put in any kind of any development within myself in order to achieve that. I want to actually network with people, maybe do a business or do something else and earn money that way instead because I know I'll grow as a person in that way. But from what you've just said, clearly you can grow as a person because your mental fortitude has significantly increased because of your trading journey.
Yes, definitely. You have to learn how to control yourself. You have to learn how to make sure that you're you're ready for anything. Like you expect the unexpected, and that will absolutely enhance yourself into a better person, a better version of yourself. He's just sitting at the front door, and he's just he just loves to bark. Sorry about that.
Go.
It's early in the morning, and I guess most people going to work and
He
just
just hears the
going.
footsteps. Yeah.
Mm. And it's a brand new. Like I just moved, so he's like not used to it, so he's just going for the
Just protecting
craziness.
this territory. It's a new place.
Yes,
Doesn't want anyone coming in. This is my
yeah.
I rule this. Whatever, yeah. Okay. Cool. Then let's go on to back a bit. You said back from work. Are you still working as an Uber driver then?
Okay, yeah, no. I moved. So since driving is my way of like getting my headspace straight, like driving's my video games, right? So I stopped Ubering. I just moved out of Dallas in a county a little like further. Takes me about an hour to drive, and I actually got a my one of my friend that's a manager or district manager at Starbucks. He actually wanted me to run one of his store, and they gave me extra pay to just come in and kind of get things straight, right? So since I've already know what I like what to do and how it works and all the process instead of hiring somebody new, and I went for it
Mhm.
because it was going to pay more than Uber regardless, and then I still have like I make my own schedule. So, and I have my own office. I can still trade. Like I still trade at work. It's just it was an opportunity I could not like refuse, and that's about an hour away. But it keeps me busy, keeps me in the same mindset of having a staff to take care of, or and inventory, and all this stuff that all this added um, responsibilities that I lost whenever I moved on to Uber because you're really just driving people around,
Mhm.
deliver food, and like that's it kills time, but it's not like I'm not doing anything great here. If I can apply what the real world has taught me into my staff, then maybe I can change maybe a 1 or 10% of those people into better versions of
Mhm.
themselves.
All right. And when you said opportunity, I could not refuse. That just reminded me of The Godfather. Give him an offer he
Hmm.
can't refuse, something like that.
Well, see, when you put yourself out there and you become like a beacon of hope for somebody that is at the top of a business, and he's like, why would I hire somebody else when I already know someone? Let's go for that source and then bring it in, or even offer it and see where it goes.
Mhm. That's huge.
And life is about opportunity.
Yeah. What other developments have you seen in yourself then, outside of the mental fortitude that trading brought? Was there anything else?
Honestly, every time I look at a one of those emergency meeting, I realize that we're undervalued. Like we're not everything we put up into the world. There's still something that we're not like doing enough and enough and enough. So in my head, it's like challenge yourself. Always challenge yourself. Always try to do something that you may not be comfortable doing, but set at some point I said something. It's like if you have a train and you add one more cart to the train is still going to go forward. It's still going to reach its destination. It's still going to go and pick up people. It's still going to deliver, produce. Like it just always challenge yourself. I have to.
Hmm.
My life was boring before like all this started. And now I feel like I'm actually doing something with purpose. I
Hmm.
wake up in the morning, I make a prayer and I like, let's go. Day starts.
I can't remember what you said if I asked this last time. Since you say your day was boring before this, give a breakdown. What does your average day look like now compared to before you joined the real world?
Okay, before I joined the real world, I was either going to sleep either high or tipsy, drunk, whatever. And like even when my ex-wife, like it was just it felt like a routine that led nowhere. It felt like I wasn't happy. Like waking up in the morning, going like eat, going to work, come back home, hop on the video game, smoke some weed, have dinner, and then go to sleep and do that over and over and over and over again for many years. And then I joined the real world, started looking at people that like their fitness, learning about fitness, learning about books and some of them that will actually modify your entire like way to think. And then from now, like if I turn myself maybe at 2 years and look at my previous 2 years, like now every day I wake up, I pray. Every meal I'm thankful of. I have to earn my meal. I have to earn my car. I have to earn everything. Like to me, it's a reward. I'm not eating until I'm done with my stuff. Like it just my whole life is based on reward now. If I don't work hard enough, I don't deserve it.
And here's something I will add on to that, because there's two reasons why that's beneficial. For one, yes, you strive harder because you actually need that reward. When it comes to food, like you feel physical hunger, so you work for it. But then two, I think you actually operate better if you do it that way. Because for personally, over the past week, I've implemented a very regimented routine because I went into war mode. I want to do minimum 3 interviews every single day, and going gym in the mornings, then doing my interviews, doing other work, and for a while, I just wasn't having enough time to eat until about 6 p.m., 7 p.m., sometimes 8 p.m. But I realized just how much energy and everything I had. And as an example, today I ended up eating at 2 p.m. And now because of that, I noticed a drop in energy levels by maybe 2 points. So let's say before it was about 8 out of 10. Now I'm kind of feeling 6 out of 10. And it's clearly that was a confirmation that, yeah, it's actually more beneficial to be hungry because of those two things I mentioned prior. So again, very interesting that you said that and completely agree.
Yeah, your body goes into survival mode, and the only thing that you think about is when's the next time I'm gonna eat? Well, if you control your mind and turn that into let me work and then get the food. So you're gonna be so focused on work, 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 get it done, and then you come home, you eat, you're good.
Or exactly. Okay.
You're looking forward to it.
All right. Now moving on to since you've been in the real world for a while now, learning from the Stocks campus, how has the learning material changed over time? I'm sure it has evolved, right?
The courses are really cool. Everything's so interactive. The videos higher quality. I mean, the even every week there's something new that pops up in the business campus, the main campus. Like the ones I've looked at, everything is changing, and like it's never the same. It's never just a stale course that you go through like over and over. Every time there's something new,
Hmm.
and it's really cool because now they added AI to it.
Huh. I didn't know that.
Like, yeah, somebody's doing all the icons. Like, there's just
Oh, in that
it's
way. Okay. I thought AI to
yeah,
trading.
yeah. Mm-mm.
Oh,
I
okay.
mean, there is AI to trade, but we it's a different part of trading.
Yeah.
But it's like relying on a computer though, but it's different. Um, to me, the courses, like if I'm bored, instead of watching Netflix, I go into business mastery
Yeah.
uh, courses. I'll look over that because I may know how to run a business, but do I know really how to run a business?
Hmm.
And that will give me insights. I mean, Arno's fabulous. Like he's funny, and on top of that, like he's straight to the point. He gets you into a mindset where you're gonna win. Like that's what he wants.
Okay.
So you got Arno, you got Tate in there. You have the breakdown of their interviews. Like he explains to you how to speak, how to prepare yourself for a task. It's a cool. That campus is totally worth the $50. Like $50 is nothing compared to the amount of stuff that's in there. It's insane,
Mhm.
completely insane.
And I experienced the same thing. Yesterday, I had some downtime. I was eating, and I decided to go into the business mastery campus as well and start going for the sales course. I went a bit for the sales one, and then also looked into public speaking because I realized actually maybe I should be doing public speaking first, considering what I do. So I had a bit of time to go for that, and yeah, I'll continue throughout the week, probably going through more of it. Originally, I went through all the Luke's lessons in content
Hmm.
creation, then in other areas of the real world. I wanted to because those are huge for me. Just listening to Luke's voice notes, wherever they are. But it seems I've listened to pretty much all of them now. I'm pretty sure that's why I'm trying to find new things and business
There's
masteries. Yeah.
so many. There's
Mhm.
so many. It's insane. Like I don't know how someone can go through all of those. Like
Yeah,
it's gonna take you months.
that's what I've been doing. Whenever I go to the gym, on the way to gym, a lot of the times even in the gym. So that's a solid maybe hour and a half of travel and working out every single day. Then any downtime I had, I was listening to Luke's lessons. Uh, so yeah, I don't know if you meant Luke's lessons or just material in general, but yeah, in terms of Luke's lessons, there's definitely a load of them as well.
There's so many.
Yep.
Like you cannot not learn anything. Like there's no university in the world that's gonna offer you a $50 fee for this much knowledge.
Not just
None.
university, any kind of educational platform at this point. I remember hearing it
Mm.
from Luke. He was saying this was early on when I joined. I was hearing from him that the real world is the best educational platform on the planet, and I was kind of I was skeptical about it. But here, I've done over 270 interviews now, and I can pretty much guarantee that yes, for $50, you are not
Mm.
finding anything better than the real world.
Even if they try, like even if somebody tries to copy
So
or
many have.
do the same thing, yeah, it's never going to be enough. Like it the amount of professors and the amount of confidence they all have and the amount of skills that they're showing us, anybody can make money. Money's from the sky. Like
Mhm.
you're working a 9 to 5 job is honestly to keep your routine if you want to. But if you're a business owner, like that's a no-brainer.
Mhm. It's interesting that you brought up other people trying to replicate. Here's my view on it. Let me know what you think after. Nice. See, I'm not as disciplined as you. If I do notice some kind of, I always have even phone away from anywhere in sight because if I see even from the corner of my eye, it will distract me. There'll be a part of me that's distracted. So interesting. I guess I have something like that. But what I was trying to say is, I think the reason why the real world is how it is because it all does come down to the Tate brothers. Because other competent men still have things to learn from the Tate brothers. Whereas if you just have someone who's, I actually should have gave a bit more context there, and because they have things to learn from the Tate brothers, they're willing to get in on the mission with them and be on the same team together. And this is people who are at the highest in their industry or in whatever they're doing at the highest level. Again, they still have things to learn from the Tate brothers because of their competence in every single realm, as they say. So it's in the, they're basically the type of leader you'd want. I couldn't imagine anyone better. Whereas someone else trying to create a similar educational platform, they're not going to get other high level people on board with them because of their competency themselves. You're only going to get people as good as you or a bit below following you. Usually, people who are better than you won't be following you in that way. So that's I think why at a integral level, no, at the base level, why other platforms that try to copy it, why they don't work. What do you think?
Even if they even if they copy it, even at a base level, there's not enough exposure. Like unless they become that popular,
That as well.
or
Yeah.
I think the exposure itself, like there's so many people following him, and it's very young generation, and that's the base, and then it leads to like people like me. I'm 33 years old, like I'm not young anymore, but I felt like I've wasted my youth, so that was an opportunity for me to learn from the actual present, from someone that's been there, that's done it, that made it work his way, and his way is working better than a teacher that I had in high school
Mhm.
that just sits in the front and writing things on a board. Like no matter what people think of them, they are successful. Like they are showing us everything that needs to be happening for in your life for you in order to like become the best version of yourself. And that's there's no better example. Like I don't think there's ever going to be a better example.
All right.
And the amount of people you meet, it's a connection. Like you're connecting yourself into the real reality of the world. Like
Mhm.
that's priceless. Like that's something that nobody else will ever be able to reproduce. I don't think so.
Listening to you, maybe realized how blessed I am to be so involved within it and have this opportunity to interview people such as yourself and everyone else's success stories from it. Because, yeah, very unique.
It
Awesome.
is. It's the coolest thing. Like there's no. If people say, "Oh, I'm going to waste my time," it might be fake. I even had a student whenever we released the list of like people that were eligible to have an interview, right? Uh, and the student was like, "Oh, is this real? Is like who's this person? Like, are you serious?" Like you're not following the entire campus. Then you need to go reach out further, because there's a whole world behind this platform, like a real world of people, of men that are hardworking, that are they're showing up every day. They're making it happen. It's the only way to make it happen is to be there, show up, do the work, go back home, relax, live your side life. But at the end of the day, the next day you're coming back up and you're working. If you don't put the effort, nobody else is going to do it for us.
Mhm.
Like we're in charge of our own world, and if we don't do anything, it's not going to go anywhere.
Yeah. And can transition that into, since you just said we're in charge of our own world, no one else can do this for us. In those 3 months, how has everything been for you monetarily? What have you
It's
scaled to?
good. It's I mean, let's see, actually trading right now. Market just open. I actually decided to place a massive play. So I've been following Michael Burry for a while, and he's showing some bearish signs of another big short. And so I realized that the patterns I'm seeing on my chart are a little different, because I don't really know how long his game is,
Mhm.
or how long his play that he sent are. For me, I realized that scalping for the last 3 months like didn't bring any hype to my game, right? So I decided to send a long swing, and I'm gonna see where it goes. But I have enough capital, and I plan in a long enough period of time where I'm if I come out of this, I'm gonna probably make 40, I'd say 41% of my whole account.
Mhm.
So I'm going in with a lot of house money,
Mhm.
uh, per se. So we'll see where it goes. But yeah, I mean, the last 3 months, all I've been doing is scalping every day, just enough to, when I think about it, it's like I'm making more than a average person in a monthly basis. I make that in like a weekly basis. So it's that's why I'm a little like I need the hype. Like I'm not. To me, it's a routine, and
Mhm.
I don't want that to happen. I don't want trading to become a routine. I want to make sure that every play I send has a meaning. And if I keep scalping, it's just like trading. Trading is boring, but it's not. It's not supposed to be that boring. I'm serious. Like and even some people, like I follow some people on Discord, and they talk to me and they're like, "How is this so easy for you?" It's like, what do you mean? Like I've put in so much work. Like I've put in so much hours, so much time, so much sacrifice. Like it's not easy, but if you can make it look like it's easy,
Mhm.
that's all that there is to it. It's the amount of work and effort you put in.
If you were to
It, to me,
estimate how many hours you put in, what figure would you give?
I look at a chart every day, at least 5 to 9 hours minimum, and back testing. Um, if I'm not looking at a chart, I'm reading a book about trading. I'm looking at an article about trading. I'm reaching out on uh, X to people, to market makers. I'm in contact with a lot of people. All I do is trading. All I do is related to market analysis every day without missing a beat since June 17th. That's how much work I've put in.
Mhm.
Like I come home, only person that lives here is me and my dog. Like what else am I gonna do? Like am I gonna watch TV? No, hell no. Hop it on the computer, find something, scout the internet, scout for articles, scout for, information. The more information you ingest, the better your outcome.
Mhm.
I don't know the amount of hours, but it's a lot.
It has
Like
been
if I were a pilot, I'd be a pro. Like I would flown all over the world.
if not if roughly how many, when did you begin this journey? How long ago? Whether months or weeks?
I joined June 17, 2022. Yeah.
And it's since then been similar dedication every single day, right?
Yep.
There you go.
Every day. I mean, I used to put like 14-hour days into trading. That's all I would do. From moment I wake up, get the coffee, train, let's go. Computer, computer, computer.
Hmm. Okay.
And at some point you realize you don't have to, like, once you know the basis, once you know what you're doing, you can tone down and you prioritize. And then once you prioritize, you find a better routine. But ultimately, it's the same process. Like, you have to put in the work.
And then that's answering their question now. That's how you're that good, because you've, again, put in the work and you have the competency to be able to. It's just easy for you. And as you said, it's even. I like it.
I'm
It
just
was funny
confident.
hearing the thing. Like, it's boring, but it's not meant to be this boring. Yeah, fair. And now you're branching out into swing trading. So
Yes.
all the best with that. Will be interesting to see. Is this a month-long play that you're planning, or not sure how long?
Yes. So my goal is to leave it. Either I get stop out or I hit my profit.
Hmm.
Like, I've got a plan. I'm playing to massive level on a daily, and yeah, I truly think if this works, it'll be one of the biggest play of the entire stock campus. And that's to challenge myself and to make sure, like, I should stop trading after this. Like, I should just be like, it's like, this is I'm done. But I'm just joking. I'm never gonna stop this.
Hmm.
But it's running and it's on. It's going. We'll see what happens. So end of November or end of December, or if I get stopped out before. But I'm playing. I would, worst case scenario, I'm losing 22% of my account.
I was gonna ask, yeah, what percentage are you stop lossing at?
It'll be 22% of my
Hmm.
account.
Okay.
And if I win, it's 41% of my account.
Interesting. Okay.
A
So,
little over 490,000 ish, the account.
mhm.
As we'll see.
Okay. All the best for that.
Yeah, every time I look at Michael Burry and I look at the Jim Simmons and I look at these big traders,
They
it's
all
like,
made that kind of play, right?
yes, they play like massive position. Why am I scalping 2-3 thousand a day? No, go for the 200,000, because then I'm gonna be ready for the 2 million whenever I have a $500,000 position. Like, I want to get into that mindset that I want to be a fucking market maker.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's the I want to place institutional size position. I can't. I mean, I can't. I can place maybe like a 10%, but I'm playing with the house money. Like, how much? How can I? Like, I can't go under. I started with 12 grand. Like, everything I'm playing with is the money made from the sky. Like,
Yep.
why would I not go for something that excites me, that makes me like wake up in the morning, check it out, and be like, okay, cool, still running. All right, close the
I
screen.
know exactly what you mean. Because yeah, I had a 150K that I was playing with at one point that had started from just a few thousand. So yeah, it really
That's
does feel like that.
amazing.
It's like it's money I made from the market, so I'm fine losing it to the market if it came to it. Like there was nothing, like really barely any emotion there. But so yeah, I completely understand that. Nice.
Hey, it was worth all the knowledge you gained, right? Like, from that point on, when you started to where, let's say, God forbid, you take a loss, just like I did in April. Like, I didn't know enough. It made me learn more, and I it was a leap. Like, every time you're going through either a big win or a big loss, you like get paid for that knowledge.
Yes. But for me,
That's
it
the way
was
I see
just
it.
long term investing. So not as educational as for you. But yes, would agree. Okay. So since you're on this trajectory, where do you see your life heading in the short term, medium term, long term? I know quite a big part of it relies on what's going to happen in the next month. But yeah, where do you see your trajectory?
Um, same goal. It's January 1st, 2024. Want to get a place and just settle, retire, parents, do as much as I can. And I feel like it'll be really uh, weird to say, but I feel like that's my fate. Like if I manage to get this play, get it done, bring it into my broker account with this economy, like this market right now, this economy that we're looking,
Yeah.
it's crazy,
Yeah.
right? If I can manage to do that, then what can't I do? Like, and it's the same focus on the same goal. Like, I just want to get it done.
Mhm.
I want this year to be a very, very good, hard learning year, and then not start kind of tone it down and maybe do, month-long swings and chill out for a bit
Yeah.
instead of just always be like every day scalping, scalping, scalping. And just, I'm not over trading anymore. I'm not really like, there's not much that's happening in my life other than, yeah, I'm going to work and that's it.
Mhm.
Like, it just, trading is there to retire me. So I'm going to keep a train until, until I really just decide to have enough of 9 to 5 or people and just go live on a mountain in Croatia somewhere.
That does sound quite interesting with your dog,
Yes, with my dog, which he's
of course.
calmed down now. He's sleeping. So yeah,
Awesome.
he's
Okay. And now, final question to wrap up for people who are unsure about joining the real world because maybe they think it could be a scam for the $50. What advice would you have to them?
ah man, wake up. Like, there's a real world out there. There's a real world of true men that are willing to share everything they know. And you got to ask yourself, like, am I doing enough for my bloodline, for my parents? Like, if my mom were to look at me 10 years ago and talk to me right now, she'd be like, wow, like, you're doing all this for me. Like, I put this child on the planet. Like, are you doing enough? Are you making your family proud of yourself? And I think that's the greatest question you got to ask yourself. If you think you're enough for yourself, then okay, cool, fine, just join, hang out, chill. But if you really want to change your bloodline, join, put in the work, put in the time, make, like, turn this world around. Be the 1%. Like, there's so many people, so much things to learn, so many areas of the whole world where you can learn something.
Mhm.
It's $50. It's a no-brainer.
Ver- Very well put. And now, for people who want to find out more about you or contact you, why can they do so?
Name's Strat. I'm in the captain in the stock campus. I'm basically either on Rumble as EXCEBIT to see a bunch of stuff, trading, previous past trading videos, and Instagram, which is JLBITS at Instagram.
Okay. We'll add those to the description of the video. And yeah, Jimmy, Drat, was great to speak with you, to catch up again. It's a shame didn't have enough time because I was delayed to start. Completely my fault. Uh,
Yeah,
I
my
need to
dog kind
jump
of
to the next interview
went for
now.
it.
It would have been nice to speak some more, but this just means that if everything goes according to plan for you, that will be a very good follow up for the fourth interview, and we can speak more then.
Definitely.
So all the best to you until then, Jimmy.
Thank you, sir. Till next time, okay?